What is up, guys? It's Carly here, bringing you day number 7 of my 25 days of Christmas horror, and today I am going to be talking about a movie that came out in 2022, and that is Amityville Christmas Vacation. Yes, a movie with Amityville in the title. Of course, there's I think over 60, I want to say maybe 60-ish or over at this point, of movies with just using Amityville in the title, even though, you know, a lot of the movies have nothing to do with the actual story. They're just using that because it's the thing to do. You can use Amityville in your movie as long as it's not the Amityville horror, you're good. So people keep doing it, and some of us are here for it, some of us are not. But this movie in particular was made by Steve Radzinski. He is a Pittsburgh filmmaker. This actually won the, what do you call it, the Fangoria Chainsaw Award last year, I think, or 2022 maybe, I don't know. All the years run together now, and time has no meaning. So anyway, but he won that award. They did an Amityville award on there, and his movie came out on top, and I will say rightfully so. Not that I've watched, I don't keep a, like, I know some crazy people that watch all of the Amityville films that come out no matter what, no matter how horrible most of them are, and they just keep watching them. They've made it their life's mission. I'm not one of them. I've seen like a handful of the independently made, low budget Amityville films, and it is what it is. You know, some of them are just god awful, atrocious. Some of them are decent films, but this one, you know, this one has a lot of heart to it, I will say. So it's basically about this character, Wally, who at the beginning he wins a contest to go have like a vacation, basically a 2-day vacation at sunny Amityville. And it's pretty much like a bed and breakfast type of situation, I guess. And he can go, it's, I believe, the day before Christmas Eve, so he's invited there just to spend 2 days and then be back by Christmas Day. And so he goes, and once he is there, there is a female ghost that is trying to haunt him and, you know, eventually kill him, is kind of the idea of why he was sent there in the first place. But he's pretty naive and stupid and doesn't realize that she's trying to say I'm a ghost and all that stuff, and then she starts taking a liking to him because he's so kind and gentle with her, and she's like, oh, I've never experienced that before, and it's kind of nice. So then they start dating, and it kind of goes from there. But yeah, this movie is a lot of fun in my opinion. It only runs, I believe, 47 minutes and some change, so it's in and out real quick, which I appreciate Steve because most of his movies are like that. A lot of them are under an hour or an hour max, an hour and 2 minutes, you know, stuff like that. And it's because he gets a story in his head and he makes that story, and he doesn't add a bunch of filler and padding and bullcrap that tends to bog down, especially independent films that you know, are made on low budget, and they feel like, oh god, we can't possibly put our movie out if it's not 2 hours long. We have to add like some really boring dialogue scene that's not funny, scary, or well acted. So Steve does not do that. You know, the only things you get in this, really, there's some B-roll of Christmas setups like in malls, and just you know, scenery of the snow and stuff, and that works well. It's just like transitional stuff. It's not like it's going on forever and ever, and it actually fits well in the movie and creates a great cozy Christmas atmosphere, especially malls. Like, I love seeing a mall around Christmas. Just really hits me in the feels because it brings me back to childhood and going to the mall with like my grandparents and mom and hastily buying presents for people and the crowds. And this is getting negative, but anyway, yeah, so I appreciate that. He like truly captures the Christmas spirit in his movies. He's a big fan of Christmas. I know, like in real life, I believe he likes Christmas more than Halloween, even, which is, you know, a lot of most of his movies are horror films, horror comedies, but still, you know, obviously this is a horror comedy, but set on Christmas. So he manages to capture the comedy, spookiness, and Christmas atmosphere all in one movie, and he's done that with several of his films at this point. So I think it's pretty cool. His wife is who plays the ghost in this, Aileen Isley, and she does a great job as well. Again, like when she's like decked out to look kind of like an exorcisty type ghost, like white skin, darkness around her eyes and stuff, and she at the beginning she's like trying to scare him over and over again, and he's not taking it, but she actually does well with being kind of creepy looking and stuff. I know she is actually, I think she's a haunt actor in real life at one of our local haunts around the Pittsburgh area, so she's very good with like flexibility and just making scary faces, and it definitely reflects in this film. And overall it's just funny. It's a really funny movie. This is the second time, I think only the second time I've watched this actually. When I bought it, obviously I watched it, and then I think I kind of just did not go back to it, and I'm glad I did now because it's a lot of fun and it's very humorous. Steve has a very good comedic way about him, and he does this in a lot of his movies too, where he'll just be like, hey, he's telling his cat, like, hey, I won this sweepstake or whatever, even though the envelope is blank and I didn't sign up for any contest or anything, and I don't know how they got my address and everything. So he'll just like say everything that's wrong with this picture out loud, and stuff like that's just like really funny to me. It's very like on the nose and humorous. Ben Deedles is in this too, who I've been in a few things with, and he's not in it very long, but the part he plays is hilarious, as Wally's partner Rick, who is in other Steve movies, I believe. But yeah, overall, this is really good. Good, cool lighting in it too. The Amityville house, like you do see this image in the film briefly. And I don't know what I don't know if they like painted. It's hard. I don't know what they did, but this clearly was like a painting or a drawing or something that they just like zoom in on. And I remember watching the commentary and Steve making mention that it's actually very hard to find just a still image of like the Amityville house or a house that is similar and stuff like that, oddly enough. So they had to kind of improvise on that, but I'm not sure what it is, but it works, and it's like, it's funny because it's clearly just like not real. But yeah, overall, I really like this. Again, great Christmas atmosphere. I recommend this. Even if you don't like independent movies and you're hesitant, obviously I know this guy and his wife, and I am friends with them, and little biased, I guess. Oh, that was the thing. I was like, him and Aileen, again, they're obviously husband and wife in real life, and this is kind of like a love story, and you could just tell that they really love each other in real life, and it's very touching and comes off as such in their films, and they've played a couple in other movies they've done, and I think it's just adds to it because they obviously know how to work off each other well, and work as a good team. Very healthy relationship that comes off very well in their movies, I believe. But anyway, yeah, I would give this an 8 out of 10. I think it's really good, and yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you're hesitant on independent films, I don't think you would regret this, especially just for the laughs. I found it's very funny to me. I guess it's just my type of humor too. Humor is very, everyone has a different sense of humor. Anyway, yeah, but good stuff. 8 out of 10, Amityville, Christmas Vacation. I don't know if I know some of his movies are streaming on Tubi. I'm not sure if this is one of them or not. I should have looked into that, but either way, you can buy these online. It's Silver Spotlight Films. Let's see. Yeah, silverspotlightfilms.com for the physical. He also has stevebuster.com if you want it on digital. And there you go. So check it out. I recommend it. Great atmosphere. Thank you guys for joining me for day 7 here of my 25 days of Christmas horror. And of course, I'll see you tomorrow for day number 8.